This is going to be extremely disturbing for some to hear about, so just viewer discretion advised. This is all factual, so there's no allegedly involving. These are real cases that you can look up, real people with real consequences. Enjoy. 10 serial killers you probably haven't heard of, but should have. Most people have heard of Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer, but some of the most disturbing serial killers in history barely get mentioned. A few of these cases are international and way worse than what most documentaries cover. I double-checked every case to keep this post respectful and factual. Here are 10 of the most brutal and lesser-known killers from around the world. Pedro Alonso Lopez, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru. Known as the Monster of the Andes, he confessed to killing more than 300 young girls between 1978 and 1980. He was convicted of 110, but claimed there were many more. He was released in 1998. No one knows where he is now. Andres Pandy, Hungary, Belgium. A religious figure who murdered his wife, 2 children, and several stepchildren. He dissolved their bodies in acid with help from his own daughter. He kept his crimes hidden for years while working as a pastor. Javed Iqbal, Pakistan. In 1999, he confessed to murdering 100 boys aged 6 to 16. He lured street kids to his home, strangled them, and dissolved their bodies in acid. He wrote detailed letters to the police and the media explaining his actions. He died in prison under mysterious circumstances before his sentence could even be carried out. Luis Garavito, Colombia, nicknamed La Bestia, or the Beast. He targeted homeless boys, tortured and murdered them, and kept notebooks recording each victim. He was convicted of killing 138 children, but may have killed over 300. He served only a fraction of his sentence due to Colombian law. Fritz Haarmann, Germany, known as the Vampire of Hanover, active in the 1920s. He murdered boys and young men by biting through their necks. He dismembered their bodies and dumped them in rivers. Some reports say he sold victims' flesh on the black market during a food shortage. Joji Bara, Japan, a wealthy businessman who raped hundreds of women and killed at least one known victim. Lucy Blackman, a British hostess, he filmed many of his assaults and hid the tapes in a hidden room. His money and status helped him avoid suspicion for years. Yang Zhenha, China. Between 2001 and 3, he murdered 65 people across several provinces. He broke into homes at night and used hammers or axes to kill entire families. He said he killed because he hated society and was executed in 2004. Mohan Kumar, also known as Cyanide Mohan, he promised marriage to poor women, then gave them cyanide pills disguised as birth control. He robbed them after killing them. He's suspected of at least 20 murders. Tsutomu Miyazaki, Japan, murdered 4 young girls in the late 1980s. He mutilated their bodies, kept body parts, and even sent letters to victims' families describing what he did. He blamed an alternate personality. Police found his home full of horror movies and disturbing material. 10. Hamad Sorji, Indonesia, believed he needed to drink the saliva of young women to gain power as part of a black magic ritual. He murdered 42 women by burying them up to their necks and strangling them. His victims came to him willingly, thinking he was a healer. Sickos.